Hi folks, hope you're doing well today. There's no Larp in taking inspiration from a plethora of so-called pagan cultures from all across the globe. Pre-Christian Europe and Dharmic Iran Shah, for instance, were one and the same for the most part. You can be extremely inspired by the former and still adhere to the latter, and vice versa, for their sister civilizations, ethnocentric, but still sister civilizations. You can also be inspired by the pagans, quote unquote, and still be a follower of Islam and Christianity. The golden age of Islam based itself on the translation movement. Remind yourself again, what texts were the Muslims during the time of the Abbasids translating to begin with? Plato, Aristotle, the Vedic texts, Zoroastrian texts, etc., etc. The Renaissance, spearheaded by the Medicis and by the Church, based itself on the revival of pagan philosophy. Then there's also Thomas Aquinas. European and Asiatic dharmis didn't conflict with each other in any way, despite their cultural differences. Dharmis and Dharma-inspired Abrahamists didn't conflict with each other in any way either back in the day. Today's a different story, but every people group is different and lives in distinct regions under distinct climates, resources, etc., etc. As a result, different cultural expressions emerge. So ancient Iran Shah, Scandinavia, Rome, India, Greece, etc., etc., didn't physically and materially resemble each other, but in terms of the foundation of their societies and the worldview by which our societies, their societies, were governed, we were all the same at one point. If a Zoroastrian went back to ancient Scandinavia, if he went back in time to ancient India to converse with the Brahmins, to ancient China to converse with the Confucian scholars and Taoist clergymen, with the Egyptians who followed Ma'at, with the Mayans, Greeks, Mongols, Japanese, etc., etc., and explained to all of those people what his faith believes in, natural law. If he were to explain the path of Asha to all of them, he would have summed up their own religions in a nutshell. So the distinctions between a Magi and a Vedic priest and an Asatru priest and a Roman pagan priest and a Slavic priest, aside from the obvious cultural and linguistic ones, are mere semantics. A pan-dharmic global civilization once existed in the golden age of humanity, where demarcations between nations weren't territorial or political, weren't so much territorial or political, in as much as they were cultural. And that is the nation that we all belong to. And this is where I end my dissertation. Thank you for watching.